Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi. And we're live. It's fun day Sunday. I don't know. It's Sunday. Sunday, Sunday. Hi. Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I'm always honest with you guys. I'm kind of a hot mess today, but here I am. Here we are. I woke up and scheduled this, and then a whole bunch of crap happened. So, but here we are. I'm here anyways. So, hi, everybody. So, good to see you all coming in. And I would like to start again. It was so much fun to show you some pictures from some of our viewers, their fur babies. So, I have one set of pics to show you today. I didn't get my act together and, do a bunch of them, but this I want to show you guys. This is so much fun to show you the fur baby pics and keep sending them to me. If you can just make sure that you put your handle, because I'm just putting like first names if I don't get the handle. Some people that is their handle, but and their username on YouTube. But and also, you know, some people are sending me a ton of pictures, and I understand, you want all your fur babies to be represented, but try to keep it to around 2 and then tell me kind of chronologically who is who, so I don't mess it up. But yeah, I have 4 kitty pictures to show you today from a viewer named Chrissy. I won't say her last name because I don't know if that's her actual handle. So let me do this. I'm so excited about this. I love this. Just keep sending them to me, guys. And any craft projects, or I don't know, you want to send me a picture of like a lake near you, anything. Just send me anything, and I will try to get to as many as I can. So, all right, share. So these pictures are from a viewer named Chrissy, and she's got sleepy kitties. These are yawning kitties. I think this one is Savini, I think she said. And next, this one is El Dente. Another sleepy kitty yawning. I love it. And this one is Pepper Girl. Pepper Girl. And then there's one more. uh, and this is the one in the front with they both have beautiful eyes, but this beautiful boy, I think, is named Panini, and he's not tired. He's wide awake. So thank you, Chrissy. Oh, now you want to take a nap, poet? Oh my goodness. Okay, stop screen. Now, how could that not make you happy? Oh, hey, girl, Pearl Snappy. I love your beautiful face. I love your beautiful face too. And I love your beautiful spirit, your strong spirit. I love everything you're doing. I love watching you walk through a cemetery and and go to the orgs. And I love all your songs and your parodies. And yeah, I'm here for it all. We love you, Pearl Snappy. We love you. So, hi everybody. Just have some greetings here. Oh yes, say Spiria. Spatula squad, assemble. I don't even have my spatula mug. I don't even have a mug. I don't have any coffee. I don't know what's going on with me today, guys. I am sorry, but yes, spatula squad, assemble. Morning, cat spats and flowers. Mark Turry, hey friend, good to see you. Good to see you. Pup groomer, hey Jen, hey. Oh, love that picture. From a poet, hey poet, good to see you. Purple Groovy, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, friend, good to see you. Suzanne Edwards, welcome, welcome. Violet L, hi. Brendan, hey, good morning. Miss Sunrise Dawn, our fabulous mod, thank you for being here. Tribite, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Free as an eagle, my hubby. I think he recorded another video this morning, guys. So if you like, if you like I'm trying to think. Pets. What else does he have? Nature, adventures like skiing, hiking, that kind of stuff. And if you like NDEs, a little near death experience talk, he's got it all over there. It's at Freeze and Eagle. So he's never had a near-death experience, but he likes to talk about them, and a lot of people are interested. So I myself am a little skeptical, so I stick with reality right now. So, but yeah, he's very smart and also very spiritual. So check that out. Izzy E, great to see you. And Violet, hello. Susie Q, Penny G, Barbara, I saw you with Reese. I'm so jealous. I can't wait to meet you. Pharaoh Cheryl, another one. Yes, another one of the ladies on the loose in Clearwater. You guys are amazing. Good morning. And we've got Keth Kel Kethla. Good to see you. Welcome. Peace mind. I need some of that. Peace of mind. Hello. We got Lene. Hey, Lene. And may the force be with you. Wow, there's so many people. Hi. Hey, Jen, everybody. RSM. Deanna. Hi, good to see you all. Hope I didn't miss too many of you. Oh, Helicopter, there she is. Hi, sweetheart. Lexi, hello. All right. Oh my goodness, so many new people too. Arlene, welcome. Great to see you. Jen Nelson, good morning, sweetly. Thank you for the super chat, and good morning to you. Morning. Oh, we got Maya. Oh, you're here. Yay. I can start now. I'm here with you. Why am I getting emotional seeing your face? Seeing your name. I love you, Liz. I love all the second gens. You know that second gems, as Jen would say. Oh, sorry, I'm just really getting choked up. If you need anything, let me know. We're gonna get these second gens to Los Angeles, right, guys? I'm just sick of Scientology and their dirty tricks. It's just bullshit. And I don't care that I'm only a few minutes in. It's bullshit. So yeah. Whoa. That got me. Um, we're not positive if it was fair game, but those excuses why the house thing fell through, I hope it works out, and it will work out. We'll make it work out, right? So just shows you. Hey, Kefla, hi, Lady M. I sent you an email. Okay, thank you for the super chat, and I will definitely check my emails later. It's hard to switch gears after I I just broke down a little bit. That's why I'm here. I'm here for the survivors. I'm just saying that. I'm here for the survivors. And you're all, so far we've all survived, right? Something. We've all survived something. And right now we all have 100% survival rate. So here we are all together. Jillbo Baggins, good to see you. Joe, Melissa, I feel like what is that with the no, it wasn't romper room. It was a romper room? Yeah, with the mirror. I think it was romper room. Oh, I love this. Busy Rizzy. Yes, gems. I love that. Nicole. It's okay to be emotional, Marilyn. It's an emotional time. It really is. Yeah, so much is happening. And there's so much to be grateful for too, So much to be grateful for. But yeah, I'll be honest. It's not easy to I need to I need to get tougher. like my friends, fellow creators here, like Marisa, I did stream with her last night and the night before. She is tough as nails, just like Liz and Kelly and other Liz and Nora and all of them, Lara, Serge, everybody. You guys are all I admire you. You're my heroes, and you're tough, and I got to get tough because it's not easy being in this space. And sorry, I didn't plan on getting emotional, but yeah, this morning right before I went on, I ended up blocking somebody because I just can't take it anymore, but, I like to give people a chance, but this person just keeps to continue to tell me to use discretion, be discreet, and now accusing me that my brand is just basically essentially causing trouble and being, a troublemaker and, putting things in the public that shouldn't be in the public. I think that if things are done to hurt, the public, in this community and especially the survivors, then it's worth talking about. And I'm not going to shut up. So, I just think they need to unsubscribe and just leave me alone, and if I'm doing the wrong thing, then I'll have to, deal with the consequences. But I'm not going to be handled like I said the other day, like, this is way too much to handle. Ask my husband. Ask my husband. So, yeah, never shut up, and I'm gonna just keep moving on, and hopefully we'll develop a thicker skin. Thicker skin. Thank you, Nicole. I don't wanna I don't wanna read that because I will probably cry again, and I wanna get through this and remain tough. Speaking of tough as nails, we got Boots. Hey, Liz, Gal, we love you. Glad to see you. So glad you're here. Yeah, Solda at 001. Never surrender. I think of is it Corey Hart? Never surrender. I'm sure I can't sing that one. Sure. Tampa B man. Hey Barbara, Marilyn. It's already public and you're giving a space for honest and desirable conversations. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I was going to play a clip of the end of Aaron's stream the other day where he talks about what my subject is today about this liability form that I want to go through with y'all. And yeah, he said that what basically what I'm thinking as well is that this is kind of like a veiled attempt to and not so veiled attempt to make the survivors that the aftermath is has been created to help to make it so that they can't criticize and they can't talk about things. And he also said that Miriam's case is big, and it could very well be one of the things that really helps to take down Scientology. And yes, we are focused on taking down Scientology, but I am also focused on the survivors and what's the best for them and what's in their best interest. And I don't think that a lot of the things that the Aftermath Foundation is doing is in their best interest. And as Aaron pointed out, you can go back and watch it. If I have, maybe Miss Sunrise Dawn, if you don't mind popping up that link, that would be great, of Aaron's stream the other day. He was mostly talking about Mike Rinder and the board and all that, which, I think we've already been through that. But, I want to, focus on the thing with the liability form today, because it's just one more bad out PR, issue, I think. Yes, block them trolls. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you. What are you saying? Hi to Liz Gale. Liz Gale. Yes. Yeah. Mark Barker, you need to block sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it will show that you won't be a doormat, and we all love you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I tell you guys, I do love like even just friendships. Like I have a really hard time letting go of friendships, even sort of casual ones. Like I really want to give people a chance, and I hate I hate blocking people, especially people that I've had some meaningful conversations with. It just makes me really sad. It really does. Sorry, I'm very because I was emoting. I get really. Please stand by for a sip of water. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hey, Creepy B, Asun K, Chrissy Newton, great to see you. comment, "It's like the billion-year contract and shouldn't have to sign an NDA to receive help." Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right, you're right, and I do wanna go through that. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it is, presented as a, hold harmless, liability waiver, which is not, uncommon in cases like this, but again, the timing, the wording, and the way that it's presented, oh, bad, not good, not good, not good at all. I would assume and hope that, the Aftermath Foundation has liability and directors insurance. Um, I mean, that's something that's across the board, a lot most nonprofits that I know have it, and we had, extra protection during COVID, our tiny nonprofit, because, like I said before, we had people that volunteers that were driving around, that were, delivering packages and walking up and down stairs and stuff, so we had that extra layer of, liability insurance as well as director's insurance, but and it covers up to, like, $1,000,000 or something like that. It's not very expensive, and so we didn't have to shove forms in people's faces. And there's also something called the Good Samaritan law. I'm not sure exactly, what that covers and what states that it, you know, that it's in place, where it's in place. But yeah, I think that all volunteers, it shouldn't be make it hard. You're just making it hard for people to access the funds that you all gave, right? And, there is a somebody sent me this morning a petition. I don't have it up. I can probably get the link. And, this person lives overseas somewhere in Europe. I can't remember exactly where. And they made a, change.org petition. And I think that would be a good idea, to circulate that, or something like it. She was talking about maybe changing some of the wordage or something, but, yeah, it can't hurt, and, I think it was, somebody named Joe, J-O, not Joe DeCepo, somebody else, but I don't see as it being a bad idea at all. Um, their point was that the Aftermath Foundation board members are probably not watching these streams. One of them, Mike Rinder, said he was going off grid, so he probably isn't watching any of these streams, but, maybe a petition, that they could read. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. Yeah. Lene, if you were saying the wrong things, you wouldn't be loved so much and have so many supporters. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope you would tell me if I go completely off the rails, right? I hope you'll tell me. So just going up. Um, Goodness, you doesn't give out huge state secrets. Yeah. What is all this cloak and dagger crap? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just simple minded, but that's just not my that's not my jam. It's not my jam. I mean, I understand not, sharing personal details and, in confidence, but, all these like sneaky things, like I basically got a dead agent pack on one of the second gens. And I was like, what do I do with this? And I told the person, I can send it to that person and ask them about it because they said that person needs to be held accountable. But do you really wanna be implicated? Like, do you want me to get in the middle of this? Because that's not something that I really wanna do, but if I have to, I will. And I don't think it should be this sneaky thing where people are trying to discredit each other. I was like, have the balls to go on live and ask the person, you know? That's what I yeah, that's what I say. Drive-in fan. Sorry, sorry for the silence. Uh, drive-in fan. I would bet the Aftermath Foundation won't be around long enough to need this creepy cult waiver. Yeah, that's really sad though. I mean, I'm with Liz Gal Gal and hoping that something can be salvaged, you know? It's not rocket science. Like I said yesterday, it's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's totally been done, and there's so many resources out there. Like I said, I've taken courses, I'm very I'm not academic, I'm not a scholar, but I can understand that there's something systemically wrong and can be fixed and should be fixed and needs to be fixed. So I think it requires just a little bit of humility and a little bit of like understanding and listening. Just listen, make changes. Yes, we stand tall. Yes, we stand tall. I won't sing this morning because I'm very hoarse, but yeah. It seemed like it was only to do with services received, but it wasn't obvious. Okay, let's go through that. Just one sec. Okay. This is the only copy I could find. It was on Search Del Mars. I'm laughing because you'll see why I'm laughing. But he put it on his community page. Here it is. And he decorated it a little bit with a poop emoji. And he says, same literal beep, different air freshener. Same literal shit, different air freshener. Release waiver of liability. So I'm going to read it best I can here. Okay. It says, all right. I'm going to be doing a lot of squinting, guys. Okay. It says the Aftermath Foundation recipient waiver of liability. The Aftermath Foundation is a nonprofit charitable organization devoted to providing resources, support, and advocacy to those who leave Scientology and the Sea Org so they can gain their independence and make their way in the world. The Aftermath Foundation is also dedicated to raising public awareness of the abusive practices of Scientology, which okay, I'll talk about later. Okay, in consideration of any receipt of benefits and assistance from the Aftermath Foundation. Oh, I got another copy. Oh, thank you, honey. Um, let's see if I can read that one better. Okay, that's better. Thank you. I am literally like struggling here. Thank you so much. Okay, that's better. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna leave surges up, but I'm gonna read from a not a blurry copy. Okay. It says, immaterial part of my application for and in consideration of my receipt of benefits and assistance from the Aftermath Foundation, if any, and then where it's all underlined there. So it says immaterial of my application for and in consideration of my receipt of benefits and assistance from the Aftermath Foundation, and this is where it's underlined. I hereby forever and irrevocably, I can't even say that word, irrevocably waive, hold harmless, release, and discharge the Aftermath Foundation and its board members, volunteers, contractors, agents, employees, and donors for any and all claims, liabilities, injuries, and damages, quote, claims, in parentheses, known or unknown, that may arise from any and all verbal and or written contacts with representatives and or agents of the Aftermath Foundation, including but not limited to the receipt of benefits, advice, use of goods and services provided or referred by the Aftermath Foundation. I understand that I'm waiving all claims arising from any acts and or omissions, including but not limited to the negligence and or fault of the Aftermath Foundation, its agents and or representatives. Okay. And then it says in the fine print, squinting again. Whoa, whoa. Okay. I agree To comply with all rules set by the Aftermath Foundation regarding the use of its charitable services. I agree to provide only truthful, accurate information and to conduct myself in a reasonable and cooperative manner at all times with its representatives. I have read the foregoing waiver of liability and voluntarily execute this document with full knowledge of its content. Okay, so let's go through this. I'll read and I'll put this copy on the community page as well later on, the clean copy. um, Although I liked that copy too, trust me. Okay. So someone had said it looked like it just had to do okay. It seemed like it was only to do with services received, but it wasn't obvious. Right. Well, none of this is obvious, but it does say things like receiving advice, contacts, representatives, agents, blah, 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 blah. And basically anything that they receive, any correspondence, any advice, anything given. And then it also says, so the recipient of the funds is agreeing to be truthful, accurate, and conduct themselves in a reasonable and cooperative manner at all times with its representatives. Now, does that include the board members? Are they supposed to be reasonable and cooperative? I haven't seen that. I've seen some unreasonable behavior and some uncooperative behavior, right? So you're basically signing away your right to ask questions. You're signing your right to be, to disagree with them, and it's just basically anything they can do, anything they want, and you are hereby forever and irrevocably waiving, holding harmless, release, and discharging them and its board members, blah, 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 blah. Anything that may arise, any and all verbal and or written contacts with representatives and or agents of the Aftermath Foundation, including but not limited to the receipt of benefits, advice, and use of goods and services. So it's just pretty much covers everything, right, guys? Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you if you knew this was going to happen, this liability form, if you still would have supported the Aftermath Foundation before November 20th. If you're supporting it now still. So put a 1 in the chat if you would. Put a 2 in the chat if you knew this. If you would have thought differently and maybe not supported it and asked questions and recommended that people don't sign it. And maybe you wouldn't have been so even I wouldn't even say money, but money too, but to support it. So 1 if you support this, 2 if you don't support it. And if, yeah, I think you understand what I mean. And I think a petition would be a good idea. I guess I could figure out how to do a poll. Maybe I'll do that next time. I'm just looking for comments and questions. You can put a comment or question in all caps. That would help because I don't have anyone in StreamYard today. So that would help a lot. All right. Good. Yeah. Who defines reasonable? Mike Render. That's my guess. Yeah, exactly. I thought that this text meant that people couldn't sue but can still speak their minds. I don't know where it says that. It basically, to me, it looks like it's saying, I agree to comply with all rules, da, 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 and be reasonable and cooperative. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just reading it again because I don't understand some of this legalese. So if someone does, let me know. Yeah, I'm not seeing. It's not. It's not specifically saying that you can't like complain on a YouTube channel, but uh, maybe that would be under the blanket of being um, reasonable and cooperative. I don't know. And that basically they can say anything that they want to you and you have to comply, right? If you want the aid. So, a good question. Yeah, obey the rules. Yeah, the rules posted anywhere. Good question. I don't know. Maybe Liz, if you know that, if the rules are posted anywhere. Yeah. Right. Liz Gale. I'm not opposed to a waiver in general, but I don't understand the intention of this one. It is it to shut us uh, all up or just to not be sued? I've never seen. I mean, I've seen quite a few waivers, hold harmless waivers, and I've never seen wording like that. Um, it's very nuanced, and I see lots of tools here. I'm sorry, lots of tools, lots of twos here. I don't see any tools. You guys are all awesome. Two, definitely not. Yeah, yeah, and it's okay if you want to put one. It's totally fine. We're not an echo chamber, but yeah, I'm seeing all twos. Yeah, and I think that the fact that they collected $250,000 and then changed the rules and the whole everything by shoving this liability slash sort of an NDA in the faces of the people that are asking for help. I don't know. I mean, I'm not calling for a boycott, guys, but I wouldn't um, if I were an ex-Scientologist. I don't know. I don't think I would sign it, honestly. So, um, yeah, I named this "Do Not Waiver." You see, a little play on words, and I do know what waiver. If "Do Not Waiver" would not be an I in it, but I did that. So before anybody corrects my spelling, so I'm just starring some things. Put comment or question if you have a comment or question, please. All right. Mm-hmm. I it's going fast, guys. Nicole, Seafelt. It's purposely ambiguous so they can interpret it how they want. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. Absolutely. Barbara, if they didn't have 200,000 in the bank from all the fundraising on YouTube, they wouldn't be broke. They would be broke. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, I still think that you all are stakeholders, and you should have a say. Should have a say. And yeah, I'm all for signing a petition. Um, yeah, if anybody wants to circulate it, yeah, I'll help circulate it and I'll sign it. So okay, Liz Gal. I'm feeling sick to my stomach about my son's college. I'm so sad. To be honest, it hasn't been pulled, but I won't let him sign this form. He'll be an adult, just barely, and he can't give his voice away. Yeah, it's not worth anything. It's not worth it. Um, excuse me. I think we can raise the money. What do you think, guys? Let's do it. You know? Um, yeah, I wouldn't sign it if I were him either. And you're right. If he's just turning 18 to sign a basically a billion-year contract. Yeah. No, I don't think so. Um, May the force be with you. Mike Brown's quote today is a mic drop. It's a Billy Graham quote. Oh, I'll have to check that out. All right, just going down and starting some things, and I'll go back up and get your okay. Sorry, guys. Just want to get your input. Okay, awesome. All right. Hey, Paris Cashin. Hey there. When Mark Hadley, Mike Render, and Claire Hadley took over Aftermath Foundation and saw how much money they can earn from victim stories, they add Amy and Matt, who have a publishing company. So it's one stop shop to profit from books and movie rights. Yeah, that's what what Mike Brown shared the other night about them not knowing that Rosemary's Story was they were planning on basically making money off of it. That's yeah, yuck. That's yucky, very yucky. And that's a good point about the publishing company. I don't know for sure any of that, but I was very disappointed to hear what um, what Aaron shared about Amy the other day. I was very, very disappointed in her, honestly. And unless he proves otherwise, Ron, he's never lied to me yet. So, and we haven't caught that I know of, anybody else. So, one thing, I think that we can trust in is that he is honest, not perfect, but he is honest. Oh, Nancy, hey Nancy, good to see you. Comment: the leadership of this foundation has made a lateral move from their original cult to the one that they're currently forming. Keep fighting the good fight, Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate the encouragement. I really do. And my voice is not I don't really have a voice today, but I'm gonna power through and I'm not gonna shut up. Not gonna shut up. Oh, may the force be with you. Aftermath Foundation Board is smelling up their own yard with their every disaster post. Yeah, I mean, can we just stop it, guys? Just stop. Okay, Pamela Rodman. Question: are waivers standard procedure when applying for funds from a charitable foundation? Um, yeah, I would say it's pretty customary. It's not across the board. Like I said, and again, my foundation or my charity, it's not really when I think of a foundation, I think of a private foundation with an endowment. The Aftermath Foundation is a public charity. So you can call it foundation, you can call it anything you want. You can call it Fleaboard Warriors Incorporated, but it is a public charity. So um I think that yeah, it is definitely customary to, if not to have a waiver to sign, a liability waiver, to at least have liability insurance and director's insurance, which is board member insurance. And in this case, I think it would be in order because you're talking about, all over the world, people driving people to the airport and things like that. If, something were to happen, which things can happen, that the Aftermath Foundation would be held harmless. But this whole nuance of being cooperative and advice and that's creepy to me. It's just I think it's way too nuanced and would just allow them to do whatever they want to do. And you can't say jack shit about it. And I don't go for that. And I know I wouldn't have sat up all night, given as much as I could, donated, my crafts, given to the individual channels and be like a huge supporter like I was if I knew that this shady shit either was going on then or was to go on, to happen later on. I probably wouldn't have supported them as much as I did. And I know we all did it because we care about the survivors. You know, I do care about bringing down Scientology, but I also care about the survivors as well. And so I think that needs to be just as much of a focus. So, all right. Pub Crew 20, Jen, comment. is too legalese for someone just coming out. I don't have a problem with liability release, but this is not. Yeah, it's way over the top, and I agree. I was speaking to that yesterday about being in I would consider that similar in that you're dealing with people that have been traumatized. Similar to mine is like disaster relief. And yeah, they could be in shock, they're traumatized, they're hurting, they need help, they're in crisis. So, people might like sign this, and then if something happened, they can't say anything, they can't disagree, forever and always. And what is it? For hereby forever and irrevocably waive. It is like a billion-year contract. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Joe from Great Britain. They are the rules, left ambiguous so that they can decide in calling someone out on YouTube they would class as not reasonable. Yeah, I'm sure. I think you're right. I think you're right. Just one sec. Okay, try bite. Comment. I'll never support a foundation who, quote, helps people while taking away slash restricting their voice and comfortability with speaking freely. Yeah, like I agree. Totally agree. Hey, Joe Spring, comment. It is a speak now or forever hold your peace clause. And apparently, if you speak now, they'll not help you. Yeah. Thanks for all your input, guys. Definitely have a lot of insight. And um, if anyone disagrees, please let me know. I won't bite your head off. I'll try not to. Mischief Manage. Hey there. Question. I missed the video where AA Ron spoke about Amy. Anyone know which video it was, or at least which day he posted it? Yes, it was a couple days ago. I think it was something like addressing Mike Render's lies, and Mike Render's on the front. He was Aaron was talking about the blog post that Mike Render put out. Um, and he went through some emails because private emails are being shared. So what's good for the goose, right? So he shared some emails showing that it's very inaccurate, some of the things that Mike was accusing Aaron of, and he just cleared his name. And in that, he said that Amy Scobie, I think it was like probably 2/3 or 3/4, maybe towards the end, that he was talking about how the meeting went down where they voted him off, and Amy was just listing all of his crimes, so to speak, and things that he had said, and made apostate Alex feel not wanted, made Mitch Brisker feel like his voice didn't matter, made this one, that one, and they were just tired of getting emails. And Aaron was like, "What does this have to do with the Aftermath Foundation?" And I tend to agree. I mean, he's not committing any felonies or anything. Then really, what does it have to do with it? And like I said, it's their right. They want to vote somebody off the board. They can, but they have to answer to the stakeholders, and they're not. So, and they need to. Hey, Brett Grace. Hey there. Thank you for the super chat. They need to demonstrate some humility, show that they hear people's concerns. They can still defend themselves, but also need to look inward and address what they could be doing better. Optics do matter. Yep. Couldn't have said it better. 100% agree with all of that. Thank you. And yeah, that's what I've learned, in the nonprofit sector, that optics do matter. Public opinion, that's what you depend on to get donations and to keep going and to be able to help people. And calling them names is not a good idea. I mean, that should be a no-brainer, I would think. I would think. So, pigs is pigs 51. Hey there. Does this reek of Scientology, or am I wrong? Um, I'm inclined to say yes, but don't take my word for it. There's lots of ex-Scientologists that know the language and know the tactics. And, I was watching Nora. No, oh, no, Nora. I almost said Nora Explorer. Nora Explorer. Oh no, Nora yesterday, and she was a word clearer in Celebrity Center, and she went through what a dead agent packet is, and um, yeah, I think I've been getting some in my inbox, and then guilted because oh, this is private. This is private. Well, why don't you make it public then? Why are people hiding in Discord and emails and sneakily around, going around and trying to control the narrative? They can't do it publicly anymore. So now they're trying to do it, by this whole, uh, conspiracy thing and trying to get people to be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet. I have used discretion. I have been discreet because if people only knew the stuff I haven't said, they'd give me some credit, you know? I mean, yeah, it's just ridiculous. So, and whether it's Scientology or not, it's not nice and it shouldn't be happening. But yeah, I tend to say yes to that. So, Creepy B, did anyone ask for a Xenomarlene? No, I don't think so. I haven't seen one. So let's do it. What do you think, guys? I just have water today, but that's what I need today. I had a little bit of when I was talking to Marisa last night, I had a little bit of, like, I don't know, it was Arbor Mist or some kind of red rosé. Not too much alcohol content, because I don't wanna be like, "Oh, I'll tell you what, guys." So, yeah, we did some Xenu Marlene's last night. It was fun. And guys, if you haven't seen the interviews that are, the streams that I did with Marisa, she tells it like it is. She's very smart. She's very knowledgeable and experienced in this whole, crazy world of ex-Scientology, and she has been kind of ostracized, is how she put it, and kicked out of like Outer Banks, this like super secret like Facebook group for ex-Scientologists. And if you say anything, against Mike Rinder or anything, you're gone. Even recently, I've heard that, or at least you're being censored, which is BS. So yeah, there's that. And so, she's been around the block, and I am willing to, if anyone knows any ex-Scientologists that want to tell, their story and have been blocked out of, the OG's channels or whatever, whatever, I have an open mind. I'm not going to tell anybody that can't tell their story. So, and Marisa's become a good friend of mine, and I really like her. And I think that she deserves a voice. She does. So, anyway, so I was just saying, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch. And the part one was a lot of her story, which I learned a lot from her. I didn't know some of the things that she went through and that her parents, her sister, and her family went through. So it was good to hear her story and where she's coming from. And then last night she did a Q&A, and she told it like she calls it like she sees it. And I think that's very refreshing, because she literally does not give a shred of an F. So, and I like that. I like that. So, anyways, do a Xenu Marlene, and I always think of my friend Doug. Oh, gotta take the cap off first. Here's the Doug. He would laugh at me at that. Oh, cheers, guys. It's nice to just stop and, do a little Xena Marlene, lighten it up a little bit. Barbara said, there are thousands of unused scholarships that people don't even know are available. Yeah, I believe it. And that was something that I brought up yesterday, along those lines, is that one thing that I do for our nonprofit is things that, if it's a service that we don't do, I have a network of other nonprofits in my area that I'll, put out an email and say, hey, does anyone know, you know, if there's a charity or a government nonprofit, there's lots of them, government agency that provides such and such, and a lot of times there are. So then you're not overlapping services. You're keeping your funds for what you were incorporated for, but you're still helping the person. You know, and yeah, I think that would be a good idea to have people that are like liaisons and people that are knowledgeable in what's available. So. But in this case, with Liz and her son, I think should be giving her the scholarship and not making him sign his life away. He's only not even 18 yet, is he? So Sasha, question. When was this waiver created? Timing is sus. Was it when Miriam started contacting Mike Rinder? When Mike Brown sent an email on her behalf? When Mike Brown texted with Mark? Good question. I'm wondering that. This is the first I've heard of it recently, so I don't know. I can probably find out from some people that have received help or applied for help. So yeah, that is definitely a good question. I've been wondering that myself too. Busy Rizzy, comment. It may not hold up in court, but would still be enough of a deterrent, especially for someone that doesn't have funds for lawyers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I think it's just like that paper tiger thing, right? What does that sound like? Scientology, just threatening and just intimidation. It's just bullshit. Bullshit. Uh, Maya, comment. If you come out from Scientology, then the former OSA boss and the other big shots make you sign this. Just horrible. Yeah. Yeah. He needs to just step down. I mean, bah. Oh. Helicopter, gonna catch the rest on replay. Working on a new tune today. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, pay no attention. I want you to go work on your tune. That's awesome. Sophia, hey there. I mean, it's self-destructive at this point that they don't seem to care about ruining the foundations and their reputation. Yeah, it does seem pretty reckless. It really does. Just one thing after another. Oh no. Sorry, I'm just going down. If anybody has any more questions or comments. Calico. And Aaron said to Amy, everything you said is bullshit, basically. Yeah, it's like, what does that have to do with the Aftermath Foundation? Really? Yeah. Yeah. And I want to make a point too. I'm going to say this because you know what I'm going to say when I say I'm going to say this. I'm going to say something a little bit spicy. Seems to me that the people that were complaining to Amy and the board and all that, that Aaron like helped promote them in the beginning with their channels, and then they're turning around and stabbing him in the back and whining to the Aftermath board, which doesn't have anything to do with Aaron's channel, that he's making them feel like their voice doesn't matter. Well, he gives them he gives everybody a start. He gives everybody a platform. It's up to them what they do with it. If they're condescending, if they're grifting, if they're lying, if they're not, if they're boring, if they're just repeating themselves, if things come up that is like from their past that discredits them, is that Aaron's fault? No, it's not Aaron's fault. If their channel isn't growing because they just, you know, that people don't like them, is that Aaron's fault? It's not Aaron's fault. So, I think yeah, maybe they got to look in the mirror a little bit. I don't think you can blame everything, all of life's problems on Aaron Smith Levin. The guy's doing his best, like what the heck? So, Mischief Managed. Hey there. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. They have lawyers and PR people, and this is what they're doing, right? Not sure the Aftermath Foundation will survive this. Sad, but they've done it to themselves. Yeah, yeah. And I just wish it were different. I think they have done a lot of good, and they had potential to do more good. They have the funds to do more good. They have your funds to do more good. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't honestly. Yeah, I'll leave that at that. I couldn't have said it better. Oh. Lucy, hey Lucy, thanks for the super chat. I've never experienced a Discord as toxic as SPTV. Are you talking about the SPTV Discord? Yeah. I deleted my app, my Discord app. I asked them to take my channel off. I don't know if they did. I just am done with it. I don't want to hear about it. I think, it's just they're invisible to me. They're irrelevant. Sometimes they crawl up out of the crypt to troll the channels. And I'll just say that let me say this right now. Tell you something right now, guys. If someone actually has a legitimate question, I I'm all for it. I like to have challenging questions because I like to have things that give me food for thought and to really make me think, challenge me to think about things, right? But if they're just coming up and just, doing what I call, spam onions, They're like minions, spam minions, they spam their opinions and their little minions coming up and just trying to stir up trouble. I don't ain't nobody got I don't got time for that. I don't have time for that. So, yesterday, I just ended up hiding one of them. I I think I've seen that person, pretty sure I've seen them in Discord, but they were just causing discord, and I want you guys to be comfortable, to say your opinions and whether, I agree with them or not, whether the chat agrees, most of the people in the chat agree with them or not, we can be respectful. But when it gets to be where other people want to leave because there's basically someone shoving things down their throat and they're just there to cause trouble, I'm not there for that. And it's my channel. It's my channel and I'll do what I want to. It's my channel and it's your channel too. I try to listen to what how you feel and try to have my finger on the pulse of this community as much as I can. And if people don't like it, they can totally unsubscribe. I sincerely mean that. They don't have to listen. They don't have I'm just one little channel in the whole scheme of things. Like, why just go away? you know? That's all I gotta say about that. And like Reese says, they can fuck off into the Fiat forever. Just go. Just go away. It's all good. You don't have to announce your departure. Not at all. So if anyone has any more questions or comments, just put question or comment in front of it. I'm just scrolling down. Oh, thank you, Sunrise Dawn. Yes, thank you for the links to the the streams I had with Marisa. That was just so much fun. I tell you, we did two-hour streams and it just flew by. I just had such a good time talking to her, and she's just so interesting and insightful and funny. She's funnier than hell, guys. She really is. Yeah. I like to have some humor, we're dealing with a lot of crappy things, guys, right? It's a lot of trauma, and we're telling our stories, and it is very cathartic, but it's also very intense. So I think it's good to spice it up and do a few Zena Marlene's, right? I only have water today, but yeah, and just have some fun, So okay, got a couple more comments. Just keep them coming if you want. I got a little more time here. So, okay, just starting some things. I don't have anyone in. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get some started up so I can fire this off. Okay. Sorry. I don't like the silence, but I just want to get enough to go down the line here. Okay. Alrighty. Sophia, honestly, if they believe I'm supposed to care that much about an open marriage, will sure as hell care about silencing survivors as a moral failure, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's just bizarre to me. This whole spiritual, traditional, moral values. I mean, I've been harping on that since November 20th now, but yeah, they just keep like showing that they don't have very good morals, very good practices and definitely don't know how to conduct themselves in the real world or how to read a room. We talked about emotional intelligence yesterday. You really need that when you're dealing with trauma survivors, You really need that. Oh. It unfortunately feels like the Aftermath Foundation cult now. They're applying everything that they supposedly escaped from on the SPs. Mike Rinder and Claire Headley were only afraid of David Miscavige and don't seem to understand what they represent. Part two from Armine. Part two. the next gens that were terrified of them, if they just let go of their defense and ego, really listen to them, all of this would be sorted out. Yeah, I think that humility is definitely in order. And, guys, I don't take pleasure in talking about this every day, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to shut up until something changes because I care about the survivors. I really, really do. And I feel like all you do too. And like that's why I pop up as many comments as I can. And I try to keep my own commentary in the beginning, show you some screenshots, show you some clips or whatever I have to present. And then it's like, what do you guys think? What do you guys feel? Because I feel like, that's something that the aftermath should have been doing from the beginning, really, is talking to the stakeholders in the community and not calling you names. You know, that's how I feel about that. Yep. Jilbo. Hey, Jilbo Baggins. Comment. I gave Mike Rinder $5 for his medicine when it was half the balance of my account. I want it back. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah, $5 matters. It does. And you gave it out of you gave it out of the goodness of your heart. And yeah. Uh Jobo Baggins is an amazing lady. I interviewed her. She has a channel about medical trauma, and I tell you, she's one of the strongest people I have ever met in my entire life. And just like parasocially, I can't wait to meet her. I think we're gonna meet in September, right? And hopefully, you'll be able to come on the cruise, and I can't wait to meet you. And I think that her channel is at Jillbo Baggins. If you want to hop over and subscribe, that would be awesome. And yeah, you're a lovely, lovely person, and yeah, you're great. And if y'all can just send Jillbo Baggins some hearts because she really deserves them. You know, she deserves some love. So, anyways, it's breakdown number 2 today. Boy, wow. Cece, go Maryland. We like spice. Thank you. Thank you. Sasha, comment, definitely not a standard waiver of liability from a nonprofit or charitable foundation. A quick Google search would have given them one. Yeah, I looked at some and I didn't see any of that language that we highlighted on it. No, not at all. Sorry, guys. So dawned on me, hey there, I'm afraid to say anything, but has anyone read a cell phone contract? Talk about things we sign without reading and not thinking about consequences. Yeah, I think you're right. And don't be afraid to say anything. Um, I think you're right. I think we've all signed things that we're like, if we really read the fine print, we wouldn't sign them. I think you're right about, and that's a very good point. It really is. Thank you for that. So Joel McCoy, comment. When you invest in a company, you look at the management. The same is true for a donation. They are piss poor management. I have no faith in them at all. My opinion. All right, then. I hear you. I hear you, Joel. And that's what we're here, just to listen, to each other, right? So, mischief managed. Comment. Was very upset to hear that Leah gave Mike Brown an earful on Mike Render's behalf. So disappointing. Yeah, yeah, I was disappointed too. Yep. And yeah, I hope that she reconsiders her stance. I really do. Oh, super chat. Thank you, Lucy, for the super chat. The board needs members who are representative of former public Scientologists too, not just Sea Org. I agree with that. Yeah, and I think that they were opening it up to that, but again, making it not user friendly at all, not at all. Nicole, I kind of feel that they set him up for this because they wanted control and they wanted to oust him meaning Aaron, I believe. Aaron Smith Levin wanted to oust him after the fundraiser. Seems very calculated looking back. That could be. That could be. Pup Groomer 20. I stayed in the Discord for a while simply for the notifications. But when I signed up for YouTube Premium, I dropped it because I get most of my notifications now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I did like the notifications. I really did. Yeah. Okay. Just starting some more things. Here's a comment. Let's go. Comment. Thank you for being here, Marilyn. It's my pleasure. I love being here. I love this community, and I'm gonna fight with you, Liz, Gal. And I'm here for you, and I know you're here for me, and you're here for the community. And you have been so brave, and you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration. You are Liz fucking Gale, after all. Boots. Love you, love you. Thank you for all of your efforts to try to diffuse the situation and bring truth and some positive solutions. And I hope they listen. I really do. Yeah. I think we're talking about Leah. I hope she reconsiders her stance if given the actual story. Yeah. I hope so too. I'm just looking for comment. Yeah. Kathy Mitchell, great to see you. Late to the party. I just want to say that you are so fair and even-minded, and I appreciate you so much. You have grown in leaps and bounds. Hugs to you, Marilyn. Thank you so much, Kathy. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It really means a lot. And I'm just bumbling through this. Just trying our best, you know. We're all trying our best, right? Like Liz Ferris says, we're doing the best we can. Doing the best we can. Yeah. So I'm just looking for sorry if I missed any comments or questions. Oh, Lori Blaine. Hey, sweetie. Great to see you. Always awesome to see you. Jillable Baggins. Can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you too. That's gonna be awesome. Real hey, rock it out for life with Kim D. Hey there. Lessons learned for many. Do your due diligence. That's a tongue twister. Before parting with your money. That's why I have an entertainment budget. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. You know, when you I'm just gonna say this. When I saw the Aftermath Foundation, I'm sorry, the Aftermath show, Leah Remini, Scientology, Leah Remini, and the Aftermath show, I really was helped a lot by it and touched by it. And I really, I've said this a lot. It's really helped me. And then when the contributors uh, of the show that I really highly, respected, looked up to, kind of came onto SPTV and were in charge of, the narrative, which I didn't know, the Aftermath Foundation, pretty much, we're in the spotlight. I just wanted to do everything I could to help. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't. So, yeah, lesson learned not to put people on a pedestal and to do your due diligence. But that's a really good point, Kim. Thank you so much. Yeah. Tammy M. Hi there. Exactly, Marilyn. Sometimes when I see an injustice, it just hits me the wrong way, and I feel I need to somehow jump in to change it constructively. Yeah. And that's something that I remember Amy saying over and over and over and over and that she hated injustice. So, Amy, if you hate injustice, can you please take a look at some of this? Please, And I think that's one thing we all have in common that we don't like to see people abused. We don't like the injustice of Scientology abusing them. And honestly, it's been kind of shoved under the rug that some of the ex-Scientologists, they're not perfect either. And for them to have that much control and power over your funds, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all. So I know like I'm sounding maybe like I'm like one horn, but this really did put a bee in my bonnet. and really did burn my biscuits. It burnt my biscuits, guys. And I know it burnt some of your biscuits too. So that's why I'm just harping on this. It's like having a kid that just keeps leaving the door open, right? And the dogs are running out and they could get hurt. They could get hit by a car. You like, it's like you just keep reminding them, "Oh, were you born in a barn? Can you please shut the door?" It's just like over and over and over and over until they get it through their head, you know? It's just, it's important. It's important that the survivors get what they need and that they get the help that they need and the compassion that they need, right? And the consideration. Yes, let's fight Scientology. Yes, but the aftermath mission statement doesn't say anything about fighting Scientology. If you look in their cover page, it talks about helping people leave the Scientology and the Sea Org and helping them get on their feet. It doesn't require everyone to not, pay attention to that and only pay attention to the front lines. And honestly, I don't even see them taking down Scientology. Maybe because they're talking to the FBI, that could be part of it, and that's great. And I know they have helped people leave, even with their own money before the Aftermath Foundation was convened. Uh, and Mark especially has reminded us of that over and over and over and over, that they took their own money to help people. And that's great. That's great. But what about today? What about today? They have the power to help people and they're shoving this wait, I wish I had a copy of it because how I like to wave things, right? Um, Shoving that in the faces of people who've been traumatized. And that is your money, guys. It's your money. So, someone suggested doing a petition. I would sign it. I would read it first. I would read it first. And if I agree with it, then I would sign it. I'm not saying I'll sign anything because we learned our lesson now, right? Guys, we're learning our lesson. So, uh, it's going down. If anyone has any more comments, questions. Okay. Joe Spring, comment. All the people who were or are privileged seem to have had a hard time. I'm sorry. Seem to have had a hard time grasping that the Scientology experience for the majority was very different than theirs. Let me just read that over again. All the people who were privileged seem to have a hard time grasping that the Scientology experience for the majority was very different than theirs. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So, we've heard, and this is just public, so I'm going to say it publicly. I'm going to say it publicly because it's been said over and over and over and over publicly. Mitch Brisker has said that he was pampered by, treated very well by David Miscavige in Scientology, that over the years he got $7 million, which he said, on a stream several times that I did with him, that wasn't much money. I said, it sounds like a lot of money to me because I grew up on welfare. So I think you're right, Joe. I think that some of the, if you want to call them the old guard, you want to call them, I don't know, some of the old guard are second gens, but I think that there is a power differential there, and I think that there is a different experience. And they were traumatized, they were abused, they were brainwashed, but still, there's still accountability, and there's still some consequences for your actions. Right. And if you watch, the streams I've done even recently, I've said, if Rosemary Brown was, cooking and cleaning and doing your laundry and giving you massages in some cases, well, shame on you because she didn't feel like she had a choice. She thought she was saving the planet. And, I would say you're sorry or something, something. Take some responsibility for that poor woman, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. So I'll get off my soapbox about that. But I think you're right, Joe. I think that people need to start listening to other people that are coming forward. And maybe they're saying, "Oh, why now? Why are you asking questions now? Why are you trying to hold Mike responsible for for things he did 30 years ago? Or why because he has cancer? Leave him alone." Um, Maybe they're just feeling now because it is like an onion, right, guys? There are layers. There's layers. There's some things that knew that happened to me, but I blocked out and I'm still not ready to talk about. So I understand. I really understand. So yeah, there's no timeline on this. There really isn't. So Joe McCoy, I made a prediction a while ago that the Aftermath Foundation would not survive this stuff. Got a lot of flack for it, but I think more that way now than then. The end is in sight. And that might be. I hope not. But that's why I want to hear from you guys. Your opinion matters to me and it matters to a lot of people. And I hope it matters to them. I would hope. I would hope. So, all right. Laffy Taffy, hey there. Thank you for the super chat. Did the Aftermath Foundation really not expect this to backfire? If not, it just shows how disconnected they are. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there is a kind of high and lofty attitude and don't ask questions. And they were, they were used to being saluted and being looked up to in the Sea Org and in Scientology. And it doesn't work that way in the real world. It doesn't work that way. And I know I'm repeating myself, but sometimes, like I said, you know, kind of have to repeat yourself sometimes. So, Lene, purple hearts from here. Oh, thank you. I love purple. You guys know that. Some of you do. Thank you so much. Hmm. Back of Beyond, aka Dead Agent. Okay. Um, when they were fundraising for Mike, I actually researched his net worth first. I didn't donate. And that was probably a smart thing to do. Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, please stand by for a sip of water. All right. Flea Factory. I love that name. Hey, Flea Factory. The waiver is just wrong. For so many of us who've escaped from situations where we couldn't speak freely, being silenced is a huge trigger. That is a very, very good point. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I I just can't imagine having to um make this decision to not not apply for the funds that are designed to help them. And you're so right that they've already had to be silent about a lot of things. And now they've got to like sign this waiver forever and irrevocably and blah 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 and cooperation and yeah, basically intimidating them and making them sign another it forever and ever, another billion-year contract, it's just yeah, it's yucky, and it is a huge trigger, and, I'll be honest, I've had some triggers, like, just advocating for people in this space. It's like, you know, being told to be discreet and use discretion and and be quiet and keep it in the family, all those things, are huge triggers for me from my past, definitely. So, just going down. Asunk K, comment. It is sad to see that they thought they need to create an online persona. Now that people are speaking out, they're running around all panicky like headless chicken. Yeah. In a lot of cases, they're just, kind of not speaking, but then maybe it's better if they don't because when they do, it's like, oh, football, it's ouch. Yeah, not good. Mm. Mm. Brett Grays, hey there. Thank you for the super chat. We both got into SPTV around the same time. So I really thank you for being such a guiding light to your fellow never-ends like me, Marilyn. Thank you. And you've been around for a while. Thank you for being here. And I was thinking about this morning, Brett and everybody, that there's some really decent people. It really encourages me because I was like, am I the only one? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, oh my God. Like, I just feel like I hate, having a reputation of being a shit stirrer, right? I don't. I like to to crochet and talk about puppies and talk about recovery and other cults. We can make fun of other cults and make fun of Scientology. I don't want to be like criticizing people that I really looked up to. It's not really making me feel great. But people like Brett Grace, people like on the go. Decent guy, right? People that I respect and have been around for a while and have seen things and are speaking out and can't support what's going on. So it's not just me. It's not just you. It's not just you that feels that way. And it's okay to express it. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel about that, as Kelly says. So, okay. Flea Factory. There's a creator that I love, but can no longer watch live because of one of their mods is constantly silencing people who've done nothing wrong. Okay, I hope it's not mine. If it is, please send me an email and we can talk about it. I know that someone said something on one of Aaron's lives, sent us a super chat and said something along those lines, and he said the same thing. Send me an email. So I would definitely go to the creator, because I think all the creators, I can't think of any that would be unreasonable about that. Maybe they don't know. It's so hard. I don't see what's, half the things that are. I really try to focus on the chat as much as I can, especially when I don't have anybody in StreamYard. But I do trust my mods. They know how I feel. I'm constantly reiterating the things that and they're on the same page. We all believe in free speech, but also and like I said, if you're being spam malicious about it and if you're a spam minion, then and you're making other people feel uncomfortable, I want people to feel comfortable here. I don't want people, I look at it like if some of my regulars that have been with me for a while are wanting to leave my chat because they're not comfortable. I'm gonna fight that. I'm gonna get rid of the pesky keyboard warriors. And sometimes they come from Discord, so they can go back to the crypt, in my humble opinion. So, uh, my my biscuits are black. Don't burn my biscuits. I know. We need just toasty golden brown biscuits. Destiny, hey there. Question, comment. Who is the Aftermath Foundation trying to help with all of this? Um, what does that mean? I'm not sure. What you talking about, the waiver? I'm not sure. Hopefully they're trying to help the survivors and not themselves. I mean, I'm not saying that as monetarily, but they have called the shots around this joint. They have called the shots around here, and there is no around here anymore. We're all just are on the internet, so we're on the interwebs. We have separate channels. Everybody can just watch who they want, talk to who they want, be friends with who they want, collaborate with who they want. What's not to like? What's not to like about that? If you're not trying to control people, then there's a lot to like about it. So, all right, everyone. A couple more things to go down, and then I'm gonna probably wrap it up soon. All right, I'm just gonna read a couple more things here. All right. Drive-in fan, thank you so much for the super chat. If we cut Leah slack, that means Miriam and the other victims have to take up her slack. It's a no. That's a no for me. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah. I think that Leah, even though she's a celebrity, you know, I think she really needs to, take a long look at things. And I hope she does. I really do. So yeah. Um Lori Play says, I think Leah would actually have to see the duplicity to truly know Mike Rinder. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she's seen some of it, but again, you overlook things and this whole thick as thieves things. That's why I think that, I've talked till I blew my in the face, right? About how spouses and best friends that have Thanksgiving together and go on cruises together probably should not be on a board of directors together, especially when they're all coming from the same walk of life. They're all ex-Sea Org members. They were all, most of them were at the Gold Base together and had a lot of information on the people that they're trying to help. And in some ways might have been complicit and knew about some of the abuses. So I find it very hard to believe that none of them knew that anybody had children, that anybody was abused, that things like major PR flaps that were covered up, like Maurice's, with her sister being, forced to work at the org 16 hours a day and her children being home alone, and, one of them passing away in a house fire. Like, Osa didn't find out about that? And there's another thing too, and I'm just gonna say this, is that there's this thing, circulating, and it was in my inbox as well, and I'm sure I've heard other creators that I haven't talked to about it actually say this. So it's something going around that Mike Rinder, all of a sudden, that he wasn't the head of OSA, that David Miscavige was. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that because it definitely is circulating. And that if so I was told to me that if Dave Miscavige knew and cared what I was saying, he would laugh at me. He'd be laughing at me for holding Mike Rinder accountable because it's really him that did it. It's really my Devin Miscavige. Now, let me tell you something right now. I don't give a rat's ass if David Miscavige is laughing at me because I've been laughing at him for many, many years, and I've got a goldenrod here. I've, got the little Navy guy. I've been laughing at him for years. So I really don't care if he laugh at me or not. So, I mean, if that's all they got, bring it on, and these are ex-Scientologists that are circulating this. So Bilbo Baggins, hey there. In my humble opinion, the creators get to decide what goes and what doesn't. YouTube is not a democracy or a governmental agency, right? Yeah, yeah. You basically go by the YouTube guidelines. That's it. That's what you follow. So, Bernice, hey Bernice, Marilyn, thank you for calling me that. It's wonderful that most of your chat has pressed the like. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for pressing the like. Thank you so much. It's great to see you all, and, if anyone wants to, email me at coffeecalls@gmail.com. I do try to check my email. I definitely read all of the comments below after the video. So, see if I'm sure I missed so many comments, guys, but, yeah, if you have any questions or comments, you can always email me or just leave them in the comments below. Joel McCoy, the Aftermath board needs to think about this. If the poop is hitting the fan, turn off the fan. Yeah, don't just keep going in the way that you're going. Yeah. Solda at 001. This is your channel, Meryl, in your house. Yeah. Yeah. And I want it to be a comfortable place for you all to come and talk, you know. Sandy R. Hey, Sandy. I've learned more from the Second Gems. I love that. Second Gems. And Tori. Yeah, she's another one. I love her. Than in any other time since I started paying attention when Katie, oh, yeah, Katie split, right? Katie Holmes. Is that her name? I can't believe I didn't know her name. I've never, I didn't really know who she was, except that she was married to Tom Cruise. That's all I know. Hey, Jen, question. Have you seen the ad? Okay. Have you seen the ad Scientology is running during the Super Bowl tonight? No, they bought a 1-minute spot at least 14 million. Oh, I don't know if I don't know if everybody will see it. I kind of doubt I'm gonna see it in Vermont. Don't they pay for like Los Angeles and Florida, places like that? But yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna go for now. Oh yeah, instead of a billionaire, it's forever and infinity. Yeah. Forever and irrevocably. Irrevocably. Yeah. All right. Yeah, great to see you guys today and hang out with you and have a great day. We'll see you later. And if you're in the US and you watch Super Bowl, happy Super Bowl day. I like the food pretty much. So have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.